G'day guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Danny Bird. If you're a new viewer, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. For those of you returning, welcome back. Hopefully some of my previous videos are helping you improve elements of your golf game. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a common mistake we see that causes players to slice the golf ball. So if you happen to be struggling with a bit of a slice action, it's highly likely that this particular movement has crept into your swing and that's what's causing it. So a slice is caused when the club path is moving in an out to in manner and the club face is open relative to the path of the golf swing and the really big slice relative to the intended target as well. So depending on how extreme the path is and how open the club face is will really depend on how much left to right movement as a right-handed golfer you get. The more open the face, the bigger the movement, the more we tend to call that a slice. So the cause of the slice, partially the club face, mostly the path direction. So most players are going to struggle slicing because their path is too extreme out to in. Now what would cause that path to move in that direction? It's actually quite simple. And it's how your right elbow, your trail elbow, will move in the golf swing. So for the purpose of today's video and demonstration, I'll be using my indoor club. Now, most players are going to struggle with their slice because their trail elbow here begins to separate from the body in the backswing, okay? So from down the line here, as I take the club away and my right elbow starts to separate here, I'm going to continue to the top. I've now got a steepening of my shaft here. I've also got the club head working a little bit too far towards the golf ball's direction. When you get ourselves to the top of the backswing, we've now created utter separation between this trail elbow and the body line. And as we work into the downswing, instinctively we're trying to move this right elbow closer to the body. Most golfers, the golfing brain is pretty smart. It understands that we want the elbow to be moving closer to the body. We want to be moving the club in a little bit behind the body. But the problem we see is that because there's so much separation, it's so difficult to route the club and push the elbow in that players simply move the elbow out further and now working more towards the golf ball rather than down and away. We're working that right elbow towards the direction of the golf ball, and now we've got the shaft pitch super steep, and as I release that angle, I'm now creating a severe out to inward path. Now if we can simply gain control of this right elbow, we can begin to eliminate and eradicate the amounts of slice that we have on a golf shot. So what should the elbow be doing? Well, as we are working into the backswing here, I want the trail elbow to feel like it's staying close to the body. Now I say staying close, I don't want it pinned to the body, okay? Players that try to pin the right elbow close to the body invariably end up just hitting really poor golf shots. So there's going to be a little bit of space, but we're trying to limit the amounts of space here. As I work to the top of the backswing, it's at this point here that I really want to feel like the gap between my right elbow and my rib cage is minimal, okay? So quite often we're looking at trying to keep kind of like an L shape between the arm here and you get to the top. That will then keep our right elbow a little bit more down, a little bit closer to the body. Now this is only the first part, okay? We're trying to keep this trail elbow close to the body to the top of the backswing, okay? Another way that we can look at it is if we limit the amounts of movement in our backswing, so try to feel like our hands are maybe gonna stop closer to shoulder high rather than trying to get them a little bit further. Quite often when players are trying to increase their rotation, they raise the hands up higher, trying to create that width. We want to hit the golf ball further. The elbow gets into a bad position. So we can try to feel a little bit shorter. Ultimately, we want this space between the right elbow and the rib cage to be quite minimal. Then we're going to work into the downswing. And as we work into the downswing, there really is a bit of a change in movement that you're going to want to work on. I'm going to show you what that movement will look like. So as we're working into the downswing, we've established that there should be, a little bit of a gap between the trail elbow and the trail rib cage, but not too much. But as we work into the downswing, to avoid this elbow moving and pushing the hands close to the golf ball, standing up and moving the club path out to in, we're going to want to feel a little bit more like the right elbow, the trail elbow here is working closer to the rib cage, okay? That's going to help put the club into a better position. Now, you can still have the club working slightly out to in with the elbow close to the rib cage. You can hit a little fade from there. You can get neutral. You can even get the club working a little bit more from the inside. But ultimately, it's very difficult to have an extremely out to in club path if your trail elbow is working close to the rib cage on the way down. Then from here, we would rotate through and we'd find ourselves hitting the golf ball pretty well. Now, okay, we have the concept, we understand what we should be doing. How do we go about doing it? Guys, I'm gonna give you 2 training drills, an at-home training drill and an at-the-range training drill. So you're able to work on your golf game for 5 minutes a day at home, but also spend some time at the driving range improving your shot outcome. Okay, so our at-home training drill. This is super simple. You don't even need a golf club to do this. You just probably want a mirrored surface ideally. What I'm gonna ask of you guys to do is to get yourself into your postures if you're gonna hit a golf ball. I want you to place both hands, extend your hands out. I want you to lower them down, okay? You see here, I'm not going to touch my hand. I'm just going to sit them side by side. What we're then going to do is work to the top of our backswing, trying to ensure that the palms of our hands remain facing each other throughout. So we get into a setup position, palms facing, hands nice and spread, turn to the top of the backswing, palms are still facing, and now look where my trail elbow is. So it's already close to my body. From here, you can also see that I haven't really created this extra super long and wide movement. So we're keeping ourselves pretty compact at this point in time. As we work down, palms facing, they continue to face down and through. From down the line, golfing posture, palms facing, palms still facing each other. Yes, one hand's above the other, that's absolutely fine. You can work to keep the hands side by side. I don't mind having a little bit of separation there. But again, trail elbow close to the rib cage. 5 minutes a day. That's all it takes. 5 minutes a day for 14 days, you're going to start to see a little change. For 30 days, you're going to see an improvement in your pattern. You're going to see this trail elbow working into a much better space. Okay, so you want to hit some golf balls, you want to see an outcome, you want to feel the improvement, not a problem. So we're going to go to the driving range, we're going to be hitting our golf balls. I'm going to ask you to work a 3-in-1 drill. So the way we do that is 3 swings working the drill motion, which we just need an alignment stick for this one, and 1 shot where you hit normally. Okay, then you return back, regardless of the outcome of that 1 shot, you return back. 3-in-1, 3-in-1, you work your way through the bucket of golf balls. All I'm going to ask you to do, and some of you guys may have seen this before, but it's super simple, super easy, but highly effective. I'm taking an alignment stick, and I've got a much shortened version here, so I've chopped one down a little bit. I'm going to place it underneath our trail arm armpit. So now when I take my setup position, as I try to swing to the top of my backswing here, my arm is going to connect with the alignment stick, okay? You'll see here my trail elbow is now stuck close to my body, but there is still a little bit of gap. If I work to the top and I keep those 2 parts connected, well, I'm in a good spot. If I allow my right elbow to get away, you can see here, I've managed to balance that perfectly on my arm. That is awesome, but that's not like it's happening. We're actually going to see this alignment stick's going to fall out of place. So it's very important we stay connected. But the drill itself, once we get the alignment stick underneath the armpit, we're going to get ourselves into setup here. And again, when hitting, by doing a drill, we don't care about the outcome, I don't care the strike, the direction it goes in, it's all irrelevant. We're just trying to recreate and improve our movement. So we're in setup here, we're simply going to swing and pause. Okay, great, I'm in position, trail elbow's in a good spot, arm positioning pretty solidly, alignment stick resting against my lead arm, pause, lower down, go back, and swing through. Okay, it's going to create like a fairly long pitch shot. If I'm using a 7-iron there, you maybe would hit that 50, 60 meters, maybe 70 yards, whatever the case may be, but you don't really want to be hitting it much further than that. You're going to do that 3 times. So setting, get into position, lower, lower, use that momentum to make contact. If you really want to challenge yourself, pause, return, look down, pull the club down and see how you go. 3 of those, then 1 full swing. As always, if you can video yourself with your full swing motion, you're going to begin to see those changes occur. Okay, it's a great way to reference where your journey started to where it's getting to, how you're getting there, and then eventually where it ends, hopefully seeing some significant improvement. As always guys, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch today's video, and I do hope that you found today's information helpful. Hopefully a few of you guys are going to be slicing the golf ball a little bit less. If you did like today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Those little thumbs up go a long way to the video getting shared around the YouTube platform, hopefully helping my channel grow. If you have a question or just want to leave a comment, please feel free to do so. If you go back through previous videos, you will see I always get back personally to every comment that people leave on my videos. If you have a friend, family member, playing partner on the weekend who is struggling with their slice, and maybe you've noticed this is a bit of a theme and a problem for them, please feel free to share the video with them, hopefully help them improve their game. If you haven't already, do not forget to subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that little bell, because then you'll be notified when the videos release. I'm dropping a couple of videos each and every week. Until next time guys, happy golfing.